Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all my friends. Um, Today I want to talk about if I would given 200, the important things that I can buy is clothes. It is because in our life we should having some clothes to go anywhere. Clothing is important because it reflects an individual's culture, personality, and preferences. People can use clothing to enhance personal appearance and protect the body from extreme temperatures and elements in various climates. People often form first impressions based on what a person wears. Making sure that private parts of the body are covered is very important for maintaining a decent appearance in public in the majority of white communities. People throughout the world also view clothing as a reflection of current fashion trends within a culture. Clothing trends often change depending on the season, the popularity of designers, and the attire of famous people. Wearing certain colors, brands, and types of clothing allows an individual to affiliate himself with a particular group. Although clothing can be influential in a person's life at any age, younger generations tend to be more influenced by fashion trends than older ones. Fashions inspired by past eras are often recycled into present trends. In conclusion, the most important thing that I can buy is clothes. That's all. Thank you.
Good morning, I bid to examiners and fellow candidates. I'm going to talk about buying food. Why buying food is important? The more money you have, the more food you can buy and the greater your choice. People who have a lot of money can afford a variety of meals and can eat a variety of meals and can eat away from home. People with small incomes have a limited choice and it becomes hard task to buy enough food to meet family needs. Everyone has biological needs for food. It is essential for life. Without food, one becomes weak and ill. People vary in the amount of food they need for reasons like health, age, and activity. Your choice of food will therefore depend on each of these factors. Your nutrition knowledge helps you to choose food that provide the necessary nutrients to meet your needs. Food purchasing can be a boring or interesting adventure depending on one's approach it. To make food purchasing interesting, you have to know much about the marketplace and ways in which you can make the most of your food budget, factors that determine the amount of money we spend on food. For most people, a food budget is one of the largest expenses. Careful planning and shopping can result in substantial savings. Normally, if you are rich, you tend to spend more money on food, and if you are poor, you spend less. Talking about buying food, it's important to purchase food locally. When you purchase food locally, you are promoting environmental wellness. Simply put, less energy is necessary for transportation when food is bought locally, meaning, meaning less carbon dioxide is released into atmosphere. Farming also promotes biodiversity and preserves air and water quality. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I bid to the examiner and fellow candidates. Today, I would like to talk about buying internet plan. Modern life has become easier to communication and information sharing. There is no doubt that internet has made our life become easier and more convenient. We can use the internet to communicate with people around the world, doing business by using internet, make new friends and know different cultures, searching information and studying. First of all, if I have 200 ringgit, I will buy the internet plan. Having the internet plan relevant for me. I can use this wealth of information for my school projects and also learn new things about the subjects they are interested in. In fact, this internet is for many schools and universities that are now available to assign project and work to the students and follow their progress, which can be easily posted on the school or university internet websites. Online education has grown at a very fast pace since internet allow the development and use of innovative tools for imparting educations. Universities, students and lecturers can communicate through internet. Besides, some universities are also offering far distance courses to make study become more convenient. Internet become a gateway for those who want to learn but cannot afford that living fees for foreign countries. Then the internet can let me to communicate with people in virtually any part of the world through the internet or email without having to leave his room, our room. Email allow people to communicate with minimum of time. It is now possible to send a message to any part of the world through a simple email address and the message is delivered in matter of seconds. Every company is using email in business. The convenience of email has allowed business to expand and communicate with customers located all over the world in record time. In conclusion, buying internet plan is the best choice for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. I bid to the friends and fellow judges. For today, I am going to talk about um, some important things that I can buy, which is video games. Okay, first, video games have been sparking the interest of kids and adults since the Atari was born in 1972 from the original games like Pong and Pac-Man to newer games since in high definition the video game market is constantly evolving. I've been a video game lover my entire life, sticking almost entirely to the sports game and that are released each year. I have spent countless hours in front of television screen, sometimes alone, sometimes family, or even friends. Was this all wasted of money? A fine line, some kids neglect to leave the house and play video games for hours or on end. This can definitely lead to obesity and general poor health. In moderation, video games can be entertaining and positive, but too much gaming can be detrimental. Where's the line drawn? In fact, it is hard for me to blame video games since they naturally push me to spend a ton of time on the computer, ultimately piquing my interest to earn a master's degree in engineering through my business is not exactly engineering oriented. That's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. I bid to the fellow candidates and judges. For today, we are going to discuss about how to be a smart consumer. Um, what is your opinion about how to become a smart consumer, candidate A?
In my opinion, people can be a smart consumer when they buy during sales. It is because we can save our money. One of the main benefits of shopping during sales is, of course, saving money. Everybody knows this, but many people don't realize what this actually means. Think of the amount of money you would be spending on clothes in a year and imagine that everything came at least 100 off. For example, if you spend 2,000 euro on clothes each year and everything was just 10% off, you would be saving 200 euro, which is enough for some new shoes, a new phone, or even a weekend break. considering that during sales, everything comes at bigger discounts than 10%. You will be able to save a lot more money than you would expect. Maybe enough even to open a saving account. What your opinion be?
I totally agree with you, Kennedy. Sales are great for gift shopping. Offers such as free scarf at the price of one or buy one get one free can get you a lot of gifts covered in a shorter time frame. Then, buy enough for the next season too. There's no rule that you need to wear the things you buy within the next 6 months, or else you have to give them back. When you find a good sale, stock up on ties, socks, and underwear, and you will thank yourself later. Then, get designer clothes at affordable price. A lot of time during sale season, you can find a lot of designer clothes at affordable price. This is really something special if you are a guy who is interested in adding some designer items in his draft. Then, buy during the sale really benefit you a lot. What do you think, candidate C?
Thank you, candidate B. It sounds like a good idea, but for me, make a list is the best way to be a smart consumer. We need to make a list to things that we want to buy. It is because we can avoid refrain from impulsive shopping that can burden us in the next time. As we know, make a overspending is a bad habit for us and for our future. We can feel stressed and in doubt if we need to face the trouble about our currency. This can give a bad impact for us, such as we can feel depression, stress, and so on. As we know, stress or depression is the bad symptom for our body. We need to avoid it to make sure that our body is growing in a good health. Besides, health is wealth. So to avoid all of this, we need to make a list and plan for our expenditure. Buy only what we need. Consuming less, we dispose of less waste. So we can be a smart consumer. Are you agree with me, candidate D?
Thank you, candidate C. You have a good point, but I think the part that should we pay attention the most is we should be more sensitive when it comes to the price. The next time you go for groceries in the hypermarket, pay attention to the difference of price, even for the same goods. For example, the same red apple sold in a pre-packed set of 10 typic- may cost typically 3 to 5 times more as those sold in the loose form. Also, notice that certain vegetables in supermarket do not carry the same price each day. Some supermarkets randomly increase the prices of a certain vegetable for each day to earn more from customer. When shopping for your favorite food on the shelf, notice the price difference between the goods at eye level and on the top of the shelf versus those at the bottom. Goods are typically stacked on the shelf is in such a way that you will buy the more expensive goods. This is logical, but in order to beat the system, you need to stop, think, and look at the whole shelf before deciding on the purchase. What is your next point, candidate A?
My my next point is smart consumer have to know consumer rights. Firstly is right to choose, means right to be assured wherever possible of access to variety of goods and service at competitive price. In case of monopolies, it means right to be assured of satisfactory quality and service at a fair price. It also includes right to basic goods and service. This is because unrestricted right of the minority to choose can mean a denial for the majority of its fair share. This right can be better exercised in competitive market where a variety of goods are available at competitive price. Second is right to be informed. means right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard and price of goods so as to protect the consumer against unfair trade practice. Consumers should insist on getting all the information about the product or service before making a choice or a decision. This will enable him to act wisely and responsibly and also enable him to desist from falling prey to high pressure selling techniques. What about you, candidate B?
Thank you, candidate C. I also agree with you with this point. The definition of consumer right is the right to have information about the quality, potency, quantity, purity, price, and standard of good or service. As it may be case, as it may be the case, but the consumer is to be protected against any unfair practices of trade. Consumers need to be able to obtain accurate, unbiased information about the product and services they purchase. This enables them to make the best choice based on their interests and prevent them from being mistreated or misled by business. Consumer awareness is important so that the buyer can take the right decision and make the right choice. Consumers have the right to information, right to choose, right to save. As you said just right now, they have right to be heard, right to redress, right to safety, right to consumer education, or right to be informed. What do you think about it? Candidate C?
Thank you, Candidate B. Such a good idea. But for me, the most best way to be a smart consumer is shopping during sales. For sure, it's always great to go shopping and to find items that we like or wish have even been on our wish list for a while at a great price. We all love a sale and to find regardless of whether we shop online or in a store. Why I say that? It is because shopping during sales can save our money. One of the main benefits of shopping during sales is, of course, saving money. Everybody know that. Everybody know this, but many people don't realize what this actually means. Speaking of budgets, it is very important to lay out a budget for clothes. When we are planning our spending, it is always crucial to know how much of your income you actually want to spend on clothes. Going too much overboard can leave us in debt, which is a situation no one should ever be in. Sales are a great time to shopping happily. I'm sure that a charming smile is etched on our face if we can buy anything that we want in the less price. How about you, candidate C, D?
Magnificent point, candidate C. It was a great point, but in my personal opinion, the things we can do to become a smart consumer is we should apply for membership for local stores and even frequent visitor card is a good as it is in an excellent choice to save up more money. One of the best examples I personally encountered was last month where I was shopping for the accessory products. The price was already discounted and when I was at the payment counter, I was shocked and surprised as the cashier told me if I am a member, I will get another discount of 20%. The moral of the story is simple and straightforward. We are able to save up tons of money and even shop smarter if we know how to utilize the membership cards and benefits. At the same time, membership cards will enable you to collect points and reward you. Eventually, we are able to redeem items and cash voucher when we shop. So in the conclusion, we can conclude that majority of us think that the best way to become a smart consumer is to to buy during sales. That's all from us. Thank you.